What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And if you haven't heard already, Tom Brady is now a free agent and people are going wild. Obviously, you got to understand that regardless of how good a quarterback is, at some point, they're going to, you got to get released. You know, Joe Montana, same thing. A lot of these guys, you know, people think about the 49ers. They don't even realize that Joe Montana played for the Chiefs. It's so many different things that go into it, but we're not going to even worry about that. I don't really care about what's going to happen, whether he's going to win, lose. I have nothing vested in it, but this is what we're going to talk about. Some of you guys are very, very interested in knowing, you know, first of all, will EA Sports give him a card? Like, that will be in their best interest. I think that if EA doesn't give him a card, that's them not really understanding the severity of it, and I doubt that they will do that. Now, some of you guys were worried about other people getting tribute cards like Vernon Davis. I think he was one of the guys. Yo, why did he get one? Like, bro, what did he do, though? Like, bro, listen, look, I understand that certain guys have a specific type of career and you feel that they deserve something, but these are like the highest honor type things. Like, these guys have to change the game and have some, you know, different type of relevance. Obviously, Tom Brady, 6 Super Bowl rings, like the dude, you know what I'm saying, he's up there. Like, you got to give him something. It's no way that this promo goes on and he does not get a card. So pretty much what's going to happen right now is I'm going to break down some of the things that we've been going over for a very, very long time. And my veterans have also asked, that's why I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So what is the primary thing that you get from Tom Brady that'll help you in the game? Now, we've been running the ball less since we figured out that the game is glitchy with certain abilities. So Tom Brady as a pocket passer, that could be a major issue. And I'm going to explain to you why. Tom Brady is slow as dirt, but that's not what it's all about. What it's about is even some of the other quarterbacks that are field generals that are slow as dirt, they can still get outside the pocket. Tom Brady cannot. I don't know how fast they're going to make his card, but it doesn't really matter. This is the big thing that you have to understand. If he's not able to get at least like a 70 speed, which I don't think that, well, maybe with chems they'll do that, but I don't think that it's bro, he's 63 right now, you know what I'm saying, at a 96. So would they give him 70? Probably 67, 68. You could chem him to like a 71. I don't know if that would be enough for you guys to get outside of the pocket. That's what my major issue is when you guys are asking, like, what are we doing? Now, the throw power may be something that'll be up there, like probably like 96, and it's easily chem to 99, similar to Aaron Rodgers. But remember this, though, guys. Mahomes has a pure 99 throw power, so that's also a factor. For those, oh, they're going to give him one of the sickest cards. They can't do that because that's going to make Mahomes lose value. Even though Mahomes is faster, that's going to make Mahomes lose value if they were to give him that card, you know, that 99 throw power. So that's not going to happen. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a card that's going to have abilities like Protected and, you know, pretty much Hot Route Master, those type of things that will make your game even more difficult to deal with. The problem is this, right? I got to be completely honest. As far as field generals go, you could probably be safer with Danny Dimes just because he's a faster field general. Okay, now when you start analyzing and looking through all the cards that are available, it becomes very, very interesting to find, you know, these field general guys like Peyton Manning. I wouldn't take a risk with that. You know, like I said, I think it's just Daniel Jones, like, to be honest, because even with the strong arm quarterbacks, well, Kurt Warner's pretty slow too, right? But the strong arm quarterbacks, Gunslinger does not work. All right, and like I said, I'm saying that with confidence because I've shown you guys live on stream. I've continuously played the game over and over again trying to figure out what they're doing. It does not work. It's a joke. If your quarterback has a strong enough arm already, it does not enhance the way the ball comes out. It's thrown the same way, same velocity. Nothing is different. I don't know what they've done. When it first was out, it was pretty much really, really good. Then they probably tuned it, and then now it's just a joke. So again, with Aaron Rodgers, I actually took it off of him because I was just frustrated with it because it just doesn't work. It's the same velocity with or without. So it limits you with these players with what you can actually do. The reason that I bring that up is, you know, some of you guys are like, yeah, the strong arm archetypes, the strong arm QBs. No, bro, I tried out Elway. He's garbage. And that was one of the major reasons when we figured that out with Elway. Elway, you know, when Gunslinger was working, you could throw the ball, you would see it come out faster, whatever. Bro, all of a sudden, with whatever update they did, you know, Gunslinger became, you know, obsolete, and we knew that since then. But what we tried to do was kind of see, you know, Aaron Rodgers has the capability of getting it. Maybe it'll be different. It's not. The ball gets there the same exact way. That is the way that the game goes. So Now, we have a situation right now. Let me explain what's going on. You have to be able to make this decision, and like this can be very, very dangerous. I'm going to tell you why. Because like some of you guys are saying, why don't we just go back to Michael Vick? Now, Michael Vick is very, very interesting because his cards are actually very, very cheap. So you wouldn't have much issue trying to get him. The issue is this, right? I would probably need to go and get that 96 overall power-up pass back just to make sure everything worked out in order to make it so that it would make sense to do it. Because, you know, regardless of what you're doing, you need people with decent throw power. Now, I've seen Carson Wentz also. Some of you guys were saying Carson Wentz is a decent QB. I haven't even checked out his numbers. I'll do that right now. But Michael Vick has the throw power. He also has that break sack. Okay, so when you give him those abilities to break the first sack off the corner, you may have a little bit more luck with the way that it works out. But again, are you willing to deal with a left-handed quarterback? Some of you guys don't find it, you know, very, very, you know, it's not really comfortable for me with the left-handed quarterback. But if he can do what I need him to do, that'll be fine. The problem is, it's just the way that everybody releases the ball, which is why we go right back to Aaron Rodgers and why he's one of the better cards. It's like I said, it's very, very difficult to explain, but Aaron Rodgers just being able to zip the ball out is more valuable than everything else that's involved with the game. All right, so we tried out, you know, Eli Manning. We did a lot of those other things. It doesn't matter. And that's what you guys need to understand. So as far as Tom Brady goes, you could go ahead and see if it's something that's going to be worth it for you. Would I suggest it? Probably not. Because like I said, protected also is something that did not give me stronger blocking offensively. It really just didn't. I was trying to experiment with it because you guys were telling me, yo, bro, yo, this is hot. And then I'm like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and see what's good. And then I tried it out and it was bad. It didn't make any sense. So, you know, with those things being the way that they are, you have to understand with the way that the game is, you know, the line that it's going through and what's happening with the game right now. It's very, very important that you set yourself up with the right quarterback. Now, do I think Carson Wentz will win you games? I'm not really sure about that. And again, people are comparing him because he has like the same archetype as Aaron Rodgers. And you guys are like, yeah, but bro, I'll be killing with Carson. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like if that's something that you're into, but what's the benefit of it? Because remember, when you look at the fact that Aaron Rodgers has a 99 throw power when it's chemmed, look at this guy. He's going to go to 97. Now, if you're an Eagles theme team, you're going to get everything else that you need. You're not going to have, you know, much of an issue with it, you know, going forward with everything. And I think for the most part, you know, he probably won't get his balls batted down as much because he's 6'5", so he'll be able to get that ball out really quickly. But again, he doesn't really serve that much of a purpose with the way that this works out. So it doesn't make any sense to do this either. So when you look through all the quarterbacks, you know, if I were to do something crazy, I would probably just go back to Troy Aikman. Like, in all honesty, because his ultimate legend is going to be like 75 speed. So at least I could, you know, move if I needed to. The issue is, once you do this right now, it's going to be very, very difficult. Like, if we were to go back to a field general, right? Because what we're starting to notice is this. Everybody is sending 8 or 9 guys. So you don't really have time to throw the ball anyway. So regardless of what goes on, your decision making is going to either give you a turnover immediately or you're going to have to start running the ball again. What I'm trying to prevent is for us to have to go back to running the ball again, because if we were to do that, it would present a lot of problems for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would probably be a lot of issues if we were to do that. So I don't really want to go that route. If it's something that we need to do, you know, we'll discuss it and, like, you know, figure it out, like, you know, whatever else we feel that we actually need to do. But right now at this time, I don't think that it's probably in our best interest to do that. It just doesn't make much sense to do it. So we're going to have to figure it out together. However we have to do it, the biggest issue that we have to figure out right now is it worth it? Is it really, really worth it? And Tom Brady, bro, like, again, we're going to talk about him, you know, during GmiasWorld Podcast live on Twitch. If you guys don't know about that, definitely check it out on Twitch live Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays until further notice. I'll definitely update you guys on Twitter if the schedule is going to change. But with the way that this game goes, it would be good to have a quarterback that could have the, you know, all the hot routes and everything like that. But the uniqueness of having a guy like Aaron Rodgers, you don't have to worry about a lot of things. That's what the major problem is. He makes it easier to do whatever you want within the game. That's what the you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's so hard. Like, I'm looking like, you know, who else could we actually get? You know, what are we gonna do? It's just really, really hard to get the ball off and get it into the air. So look, this is what the ultimate plan is gonna be. If they give Tom Brady a really, really OP card, we could consider doing something like that. We could actually consider trying him out and seeing what's good, because in all honesty, I don't expect this card to be expensive. The biggest point of the biggest point I want to make about it though is, if we're gonna get a power-up pass this Friday, if you guys are able to, you know, grind through all the MUT levels and get everything done, we're gonna get a power-up pass. All right. So with that power-up pass, we're gonna have the eligibility to test out a lot of these cards without actually spending coins. So we can check it out and see what's good. But I'm not making. Listen, bro, it's really, really wild. Like, the things that were happening to me when I was using Tom Brady. Dudes was screaming at me and I had protected. Like, I thought I was protected. I was getting sacked instantly. And then I couldn't get the ball off because his release is so slow. So all the benefits of everything that we were supposed to be getting, we got none of that. And then all of a sudden, you know, we had to figure it out. Like, all right, look, maybe we got to go back to Escape Artist. But at that time, EA had already patched Escape Artist, so you weren't able to be as freaky with it. But still, all in all, it was something that was highly recommended to use. We just stayed with Troy Aikman because Troy Aikman was still getting his George W. So we're like, yo, whatever. But look at these numbers and understand, it's not even about those numbers. It's about the fact that the guy gets the ball off quickly. So any other quarterback that you decide that you want to use, I'm going to let you guys understand very, very clearly that if you go against using Aaron Rodgers, I would recommend Troy Aikman. Because Troy Aikman was a guy that even when the dude was garbage and he had no throw power, he was still making certain plays. That's what the biggest issue about everything is. Can you make those plays? And then once you figure that out, like, all right, I could do this, I could do that, everything else becomes easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the quarterback has to be able to make those throws. If they cannot make those throws, you are going to have a lot of problems. A lot of problems. And Tom Brady is not the answer, guys. Like, I don't know what you guys think or, you know, what you guys heard, but Tom Brady is definitely not the answer for what's going on right now. And again, I know some of you guys are like, yo, the Michael Vick thing, you know, Gmias, what about Michael Vick? I think Michael Vick might be that dude. Michael Vick can really, really cause a lot of problems for us. You know what I'm saying? Michael Vick can really make it so that everything is very, very difficult. And that, you know, to be quite honest, it could turn into a really, really wild situation where we're not able to get, you know, the type of passes that we need, because he's not as accurate. Even though his numbers show accuracy, he's not as accurate as a lot of these other quarterbacks that are available right now. All right, so when you start to look, I need you guys to do a couple things for me. You have to figure out, like, seriously, which cards are the most important based on what the next promo is. And the free agency promo coming out right now, DeAndre Hopkins, he might be a guy we could use now, because if that catch and all that stuff matters, you know, it could be something that we start running around. We might see more of that, because we found out that Mike Evans is just an absolute glitch. So it doesn't make any sense to not try this stuff out. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would we not try it out if we know that these things are actually a thing? Like, this is really actively going on. Dudes are garbage, running around doing whatever they want, and they're getting away with it. But we can also do the same things and get away with it at this point, because we know these different receivers, you know, they have the luxury of doing these things. So with all of that being said, what is the best opportunity for us? You know what I'm saying? Like what can we do right now to make it so that, all right, we're playing at the, you know, at the promo with the tuning, whatever they're doing, we're still up to date. Now, if they make protected OP, all right, and I know you guys are going to be waiting to test this, because some of you guys, the reason that I tried Tom Brady out was because you told me that protected was really, really good, not only in the pass game, but in the run game. Then I tried it out and realized that all you guys lied to me viciously, and you didn't care about my problems when I was getting sacked like 30 times a game. So EA could always go back and enhance protected. If protected gets enhanced, now with a field general, it's all different. Because remember, with these abilities, we don't have to waste abilities on slot apprentice. We could put other things on the receivers. I still don't feel a need to do something with our run game, because with the run game, I think we're all set. As far as, you know, all things being considered, I don't really see that much of an issue. with the run game, with the way that it is, with the guys not having abilities. So I don't really feel a need to go backwards with that. I would definitely leave it like that, but I would recommend that, you know, it's either, you know, quarterback has to probably have it, unless you're comfortable with not running around or doing anything and you're just going to stay in the pocket and do whatever you want. If you're comfortable doing that, then you could go tight end and 2 wide receivers. That would be ultimately glitchy, but it's going to be kind of hard to get those guys where you need them, to be honest, because everybody is sending so many people. And that's what's realistically causing a lot of the issues. You can't really do anything to counteract what these guys are doing when they're sending everybody, other than, I guess you could throw a drag route and something like that and try to get it off. But what you'll notice is, especially the GmiasWorld fam that's now throwing the ball a lot more, people know that you're throwing the ball. So they're coming out and they're blitzing every single player on their team, and they don't care. Nor should they. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you're going to have to make a couple choices. My choice is to stay with a quarterback that can be mobile, that can move around. You know, it doesn't have to be the fastest guy. If we wanted the fastest guy, we could probably go and check Mike Vick's prices now, get rid of Aaron Rodgers, but I really, really don't believe that he's going to be the answer. And because of that, I don't want everybody to go into a panic and start going to get Michael Vick, because that could definitely be an issue. So, you know, we'll go and look at it right now, but, you know, in all honesty, the dude's going to be garbage, but you could run around with him and do weird stuff like that if that's what your scheme is, okay? If your scheme is that, right? If you want to run around, and you can see that his power up is pretty expensive. We could actually sell the one we have, $242 for that. So it'll cost you about $560 or $570 to do his card, to do everything with him right now, right? Is that really something that's worth it though? Is that something that, you know what I'm saying? Because are you gonna run around like an idiot and do whatever you want? I don't want us to start doing that, because we don't really need to do that to win the way that we're playing right now. We can be stationary and win. So I don't really feel that this is the need. Even when his next card comes out and they make him 99 speed, I don't really fear Vick, because I know that everybody wants to. You very, very rarely play somebody that just stands in the pocket with him and tries to dot you. Usually what people try to do is they put themselves in, okay, this right here is gonna be 312. But is that still a good price though for Michael Vick? Because we could bid on that and grab it for like 313, but what would be the investment? We could make 30K more. Like, let that person get that, whatever. I'm not gonna debate that with them. But again, with the way that the game works and running around and throwing it off your back foot, Deadeye, Roman Deadeye, all kinds of Deadeye with the Deadeye, is it going to matter? In my opinion, no, it will not. We need to have accurate throws, and we need to be able to move just slightly enough to get the plays off. So people probably think that that card is going to be coming very, very soon, and they're excited about it. But I honestly, I just don't feel the need to do that. All right, so we're going to leave it like that. If Tom Brady turns out to be a glitch for whatever reason, which I don't believe is going to happen, it'll, you know, we could definitely take a try. Remember that he gets that turkey, whatever, the harvest card, whatever, that you have to go through making all those things. That's not as expensive, but I don't want to do that again. So I'm really not interested in it. Like I said, I highly recommend that you get a quarterback that can throw the ball accurately, and you just stay with that and as quickly as possible. And Aaron Rodgers is right up there. So that's where we are with it. And, you know, that's where I feel that we should be going with it. And once his card is released, I think that once we see, you know, if there's a difference with the actual protected, that's the only you know, situation where we'll consider it. But more than likely, we're not going to go back to doing stationary quarterbacks unless it's Troy Aikman. You know, Troy Aikman is my babe, bro. Like, that dude right there, we done broke up like 45 times, and the dude keeps taking me back. So he may end up on a squad again, and then we just go wild and just throw the ball however we want, because he more than likely would be kept to a 99 throw power also with no issue. All right, guys, so I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Let me know. Yo, bro, is Tom Brady a system QB? Answer that question in the comments. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.